What's going on, everyone? Sneaky Mofo here with a new cheat engine tutorial for you. Today I'm going to show you how to use cheat engine for like a project. So if you're going to be hacking a game in particular and hacking it for a period of time, not just attaching to a game, finding health and money and then giving yourself whatever and that's it. That's one thing. But if you're going to be spending any amount of time with a game, it's always great just to do this to save your research anyway, as you learn stuff with games. Um, Sorry if I'm like sniffling and coughing in your ear and stuff. This hasn't been a great year for me with allergies. Or great year, great month. Anyway, so the first thing that I want to do is explain a few things with Cheat Engine. All right. Now, a lot of times, I'm still guilty of this. You'll like open Notepad and put stuff in Notepad or whatever, maybe. But Cheat Engine has its own built-in Notepad, essentially. So, like, you can type stuff in here, right? Let's say cheat ideas, because we know the game has something called honey, it has something called money, it has hearts, it has hunger, it has intoxication, which this will all make sense in just a little bit. And then we have score, we have passion, we have moves, we have sentiment. Alright, these cheats here are related to player. These are related to girl. These are related to puzzle. This will all make sense to you in a moment. So we can close this, right? And if we ever need to open it, we can go back in here. Next, the game that we want. Okay, I'm going to be doing this with HuniePop. All right, it's a really great game to hack. So what you can do is go to Settings, and you can say Tools right here, and this is where you can like have Cheat Engine open other tools for you automatically under a new menu. However, I like to use this to set it for games that I hack often. So what you'll do is say New, and then I'll call this HuniePop, the name of my game. And then from here, you'll click this, and then you want to navigate to wherever your game is that you want to hack to the executable. So I'll put that there, and then I say OK. And now here in Cheat Engine, you have this HuniePop. So now you don't have to go back, you don't have to go into Steam and relaunch the application if your game is crashing, if you blah blah blah. All you got to do now is open Cheat Engine, and as soon as you do, you can just click Tools and click the game that you're interested in hacking, and then boom, it'll launch it for you. So we'll go ahead and let the game launch here, and once it does, perfect. So the game is up, right? So now what we could do is go like File, well actually right here I'll create a new folder on my desktop called HuniePop Cheat Engine or something like that, And then we'll go File, Save As, and Desktop, HuniePop Cheat Engine, and we'll save this as HuniePop. So now we have a cheat table, and everything that we do in here right now that we save will all be saved to this cheat table. So whether we're adding notes, we're adding instructions to this instruction list that we want to modify, we're going in memory viewer, tools, dissect data structures. If we dissect or define a new structure right here, and we call this new struct. Yep, okay. So we're not attached to anything, so nothing popped up here. But now this structure would be, if we went File, Save, the structure name would be saved, so we could come back and, if we had to close the game out, close Cheat Engine out, come back in, find a memory address again related to what we were hacking, we could just put it in there, and instead of defining a new structure, we could just instantly click the one that we had already defined. All that'll be saved for you. So I'm going to delete all structures. I'm going to close that, close this. Alright, next thing, this is just an XML file, so you can open it with Notepad++, and the more stuff that you save in here, this is going to grow. Now, when I've made trainers with Cheat Engine, sometimes as you're deleting stuff and whatnot, it can act kind of funky, Cheat Engine's trainer generator. So one time I went to open my cheat table afterward, and it was just throwing an error saying can't open because of something related to Lua, blah, blah, blah. So all I needed to do was open up this. You could even open it in Notepad. It doesn't have to be Notepad++. And then I just found the section related to Lua. It was clearly defined. And I just deleted that section, saved it, and boom, reopened it in Cheat Engine. Everything was great. So there's that. So, bam, we've talked about having notes here, and again, you can start taking your notes. You can have your like AOB scans here, FF, 5-4, whatever, and you could say that it's related to the score or something like that. Score, AOB, just whatever. However you decide you want to best optimize this for your uses. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else really quickly here that I can discuss. Alright, I'm just going to jump into the game here really quickly and give you a couple of other examples of things that you can do. So I'm going to go to continue game here and attach this to HuniePop. And we will click through all this stuff here. Almost done. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so this is a really great way to use Cheat Engine. To just use it natively. Pretty much, I mean, outside of needing calculator or something, that's pretty much the only thing. Which, here's another thing you could actually do, like, let's go start, calc, right click. Well, it's not going to tell us where that actually is, which sucks. I think it's going to be in C, Windows, maybe in Sys32. Let's see, System32, calc. Let's open this. Is this it? Yeah, that's it, calc. So what we could do is, since we know this is in C, Windows, System32, you can go to File, or I'm sorry, Edit Settings, and go back into here, this Tools thing, right? New, Calculator, click this, C, Windows, System32, and then let's go Calc. Double click that, and then say OK. And now, if you want to launch Calculator, just go Tools, Calculator. Boom, there it is. You don't even have to go through and search for it. So you can literally set up Cheat Engine to just, you could do everything from within it, basically. There's even plugins and stuff like that, which I haven't gotten too into myself yet. But let's say you needed to use Ollie Debug or something like that, or IDA. Once again, you can add those things here. Anything you want to put here, any executable that you want to launch for any reason. It's amazing, Simple, but I don't ever see anyone using that stuff. So anyway, okay, so now let's say hunger here. We want to find our hunger. We want to find instructions related to it. We want to look at the structure, whatever else, right? So let's quickly, we'll search for a value of 6. We'll go first scan, and then talk with her, which will take away 2 here. The new value is 4. Okay, let's say unchanged value, because we know it's still 4. Alright, let's talk with her again. I keep having all these change. Exact value, talk with her, that's 2 now. So it's going to be one of these two. So let me, she likes for food, the stars are the ones that they like. I'm going to do orange juice. Alright, so this will increase health by 1, or hunger by 1. Alright, they both changed. So let's change this bottom one to 12, because the 12 is the max. Let's say OK. Now let's talk. Alright, it went down, so that's not our 1. Let's go 12 here. And now let's ask a question, and there it went all the way up. So perfect, there's our hunger. We can delete this one. And now we could say find what writes to this address. Okay. And then let's ask her another question. So boom, here the instruction pops up. We can go show disassembler. This is the instruction. We can double click here and say decrease hunger. Perfect. Decrease hunger. All right. So now what we want to do, actually let's go to view, text preferences. I've been playing around with some different fonts to see if I liked anything else. But some of these are kind of difficult to see. Let's try this one. Apply. See how it's like hard to read this right here. Anyway, let's just go view, text. Let me just try Arial, see if that looks fine. Arial. Apply. No, I'll fix that later. Anyway, so that's another thing you can do. You can change the size of your font and all that stuff. So now we have decrease hunger. All right, well, since that's decrease hunger, let's see. Let's buy some more food. And let's do increased hunger. So we're going to stop, close that. You could keep it open and just see if the same instruction is written to, you know, if it had a new count. But let's say you closed it out and you need to do it again. Find what writes to this address. We'll close this. We'll give her pancakes, because you know ladies love pancakes. I don't even know what that means. Alright, so is it going to be the same instruction? Let's click Show Disassembler. There it is, decrease hunger. It is the same instruction. So you could double click this and say decrease, increase hunger. Okay, close it. Stop this. You could say File, Save, and that's going to save that. That's going to save what you did. Everything you're doing, it's saving for us, right? It's there for you, man. Cheat engine, it's there for you. Alright, so now let's say we want to dissect the structure. So what is ESI here? ESI. ESI. Okay. Show disassembler, tools, dissect data structures, paste that, structure, define structure. And now we know this is related to the girl, right? So we can say like girl stuffs. Girl stuffs. Yes. And because the offset is only, what was it, like 3 something. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, you don't need to have the structure be this large. You know, we could try to do like 500. See, and then it's only going to give us about this much of data. Because all of this stuff, if we keep it, it's going to, if we don't delete the structure, it's going to save that in the file whenever we save it. File, save. Right? And now that we've done that, actually, do I still have that folder open? Program files, nope. Let me just close Calc. It's right here. Right click, open with Notepad++. See all this here? This is it. So now what we can do is say, see right here how it shows where to, we have our increase, decrease hunger. So you could see everything here. It's all here. If you didn't want some of these in here, you could just like delete out some of these values. Just delete, you know, all of these or something, because we want to make our file smaller or whatever. You could do that, right? So yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want, man. Here we say hunger, because we know that's hunger. I know because I've done this before that this one is the hearts. This one is intoxication. And once we save, all this stuff is going to be saved, and we could see it in that XML file, right? So now we could change hearts to 5. We could change intoxicate. Actually, let's do this. Check this out. 1. Since we see what the offsets of this stuff are, right here at this instruction, let's go Tools, Auto Assemble, Template, AOB Injection. Okay. Let's call it AOB Girl Stuffs. Perfect. AOB Girl Stuffs. What do we want this to do? What do we want this cheat to do? We want to max out these 3 things. And since we see in the structure here, oh, by the way, real quick, I wanted to show you this too. Edit settings, general settings, right here. Show all windows in the taskbar. Set that Because then when you have all these menus and stuff up here in Windows, not menus, Windows, you can hover down here on your taskbar and you can bring up any one that you want. Okay, so that's like super handy dandy. That might be a Cheat Engine 6.5 feature, which just came out today. So you can go download that if you want. There's a bunch of stuff in it. You can read what's changed. Anyway, where were we? We're going to create our cheat here. Where's our cheat? Here's our cheat. And where do I have the... Here we go, the structure. Alright, so what we want our cheat to do is, instead of moving EDI into 3C, what we're going to do is say, we know the max for 3C, which is hunger, is 12. So we're just going to have it move an int of 12 into there. Then we're going to copy, paste, oops. And then what's it offset? 38. Offset 38 is going to be 5, because that's our hearts. Offset 38 is hearts, offset 3C is hunger, offset 40 is going to be intoxication. So we'll have that right 12 too, because that's its max value. I've already done this stuff, like I said, so I know that. So in your script you could say hearts, back, hunger, intoxication. Let's see, assign that junk to the current cheat table. Close that. Get that out of your face. Get it out of here. Rename this to girl stuffs. Enable it. Alright, now once that instruction for hunger is accessed, once it's ran, right, it should fill these things up too, because we told it to also put stuff in those places. So let's see what happens when we talk. Boom, everything's maxed out. Perfect. There's a cool cheat that we just max everything out, which we found by dissecting the structure and blah, blah, blah. So now we could disable that script, file, save, and let's open it with Notepad++ again and see all the stuffs that are in here. So, look at this. Where is... I'm looking for where it... Oh, here we go. Description, hearts, hunger, intoxication. Right? So, if we wanted to, we could delete these. Let's nix these. These elements right here. Delete those. Backspace. Alright. File, save, close. Close this. Let's close Cheat Engine completely. Let's open our cheat table now. Yes. Let's reattach it to HuniePop. Yep. We'll keep our code list. Table extras. Here's all our comments. Tools. All of our tools are there. What else do we want to check? We want to take this memory address, copy, and we want to go to memory view, tools, dissect data structures. Alright, and actually we want to find what writes to this. Yep. Oh, I couldn't attach the debugger. Okay, sometimes that'll happen. Whenever you close Cheat Engine and you didn't close the game. But anyway, long story short, I was just going to show you that everything we did was there. It saved it. There can be some funkiness, but just play with it and you'll figure it out. The last thing that I wanted to show, which I can't do now because I can't attach it or whatever, is if you went into Memory Viewer here and you had something like, you know, here, whatever, and let's say we change that to all NOPs. Let's right-click here and say change or replace with code that does nothing. Okay. Okay, that we replace. Let's say we close this out and then we're like, shit, I didn't mean to do that. You know, and the game didn't crash. Maybe, you know, what you changed didn't make the game crash, but you didn't want it to change. You can just click Advanced Options here, and that change you made will be here. Any instructions you make changes to will pop up here. So then you could just say Restore with Original Code, which, watch these NOPs here. Boom, back to normal. If that wasn't even an instruction you want anything to do with, you can just remove from list. Or if you want to keep it there, file, save. Save your cheat table. Delete. Okay. That's it. So that's how you can use Cheat Engine for damn near everything. You can use it for everything. So once you get this workflow down with Cheat Engine, you know, let's say you want to reverse engineer a function or something, you know, and you could like click here and say, where's it at? Actually, I think it's in a different window. There's a place where you can be like select current function or something. Here we go, select current function. There we go. So this is the function. So let's say we wanted to reverse engineer that function. Here's your comments over here. Once you figured out like what this push does and that push and this one, you know, you can leave comments for everything. And then when you save all that, that stuff will save. So you can keep coming back to it, see your work, remind yourself what you were doing, what kind of track you were on, whatever. It's all there. Cheat Engine is there for you. Cheat Engine loves you. Anyway. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Get down with some Cheat Engine. Go download Cheat Engine 6. Oh, maybe that's why it didn't work, because it auto-launched in the 6.5 Beta 2 instead of Cheat Engine 6.5, which is out now. I'll leave that link below. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because this is awesome stuff that you're not going to see anywhere else. Go watch my other Cheat Engine videos and learn some stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.